Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you watching. Today I'm going to be working out in the garden, so thought I'd bring you guys along. So let's get going. Alright guys, so going to show you guys some okra. I'm going to move over here and cut this. You got to be on this about every 2 or 3 days. It's a little difficult here. I'll show you. The pumpkins have moved over to the okra, so I'm trying hard to not crush everything as I go through here and pick. But it's over 90 degrees. And look what I'm wearing. These things, this is a thornless variety. So if you're ever going to want to grow okra, you want to get spineless, I think is what they call it. But still, it's like, you can't really capture it on film. You can barely see with your eyes. They are teeny. It's like having fiberglass rubbed up your arm. And I've learned. I've done it a few times with nothing on. So I put the sleeves on the absolute last minute and cut the okra. So okra gets easier as it grows because the plant, it only puts okra like, see here's the very top. It's going to make these flowers and then it grows higher and higher. So in the very beginning you're working down really low. So as it goes up it's a little bit better because you're standing. A little on the small side, but if you can't get out here every day, it's best to pick what you got because you'll have a few that get away from you. So a couple things about okra. For those of you who've never grown it, it puts off a pretty flower, and this is about 2 days, these little buds, and this here is about, you got to cut it, it's about 3 days, and that's about perfect, still pretty soft. If you let them go, here's one. This is probably 4 days. This is right on the edge. It's still kind of soft, but they'll get very fibrous, even more so than this, and you can't even eat it. So, you guys can see here, the garden is really turning for fall here. The tomatoes are, oh, look at those leaves falling right there. It's the middle of August, and things are definitely winding down. I tore out a lot of this stuff, and I'm getting ready for my fall garden and my cover crops. I made a big pile here. I'm trying to bury all this in a compost. This is of course our first year out here gardening, so we don't have a lot. We don't have a lot of I don't know, infrastructure yet for all of our compost bins and everything. But all of our squash is gone. Let me show you where all the squash went to. All right, guys. So back in the root cellar here, so we've got all the winter squash has been harvested. It's back here. Under here is a lot of our potatoes. I'll show you. Keep them under this. Just try to keep them dark, out of the sunlight here when I open the door and everything. Plus it might help with a little bit of the moisture. Anyway, and then all the squash back here. Just built these shelves yesterday. I've got one more to go. I'm putting hardware cloth down versus the other side where I just put shelves down for the jars. I'm just looking at this, is just laying here. I got to put something here. I don't want to, if we had an earthquake or anything, I don't want all these jars to fall down. So I'll probably rip that down a little bit more. So that's the latest. That's the latest in the root cellar. Alright, so what I got here, this is where we had all of our peas growing. So I pulled up the post, and now I've got all this thick vegetation. I'll show you guys what I've kind of come up with that works well to work this ground over. So I'm always trying to make things work that I have. I mean, because most people can't get every piece of equipment they ever wanted. So I was kind of brainstorming. What I came up with is I really would like to have a chisel plow, which is kind of like these here, these tines, but without the box grate, so it just rips the ground. It doesn't turn it over like a regular plow. So I was looking at this box blade, and what I did was I took the top link up here, I'll show you, here, and I've got it shortened as far as it'll go. And so what it's doing, it's tilting up the blade, so I'm hoping that the teeth will grab and just rip the soil up and catch the brush, but not move the soil, because I don't really want to drag soil. So let's see how it works. So that actually worked really well. Now all I got to do is put this in the tractor and we'll go dump it. Alright guys, so I'm going to spare you from listening to this lawnmower run and just tell you exactly what I'm doing. This patch is the remaining patch of potatoes that I have. To the right over there that's already been mowed down and the ground's been worked. I actually have a cover crop already sown over there. I've got turnips sown over there. But right here, and you'll see right where my tire's going, those are the rows where the potatoes are underneath. What happened is the potato plants have already died back, and now the grass is growing up. So what I do with that mower, I put it on the highest setting possible. It's about 6 inches high. And then I run on the mounds to get even higher. And I'm just keeping that grass knocked back so I know where the potato plants are so I can dig them up. Kind of one of my, well, several of the problems I have are it's my first year gardening here, so of course the weeds are still a little bit out of control. And also the root cellar, I'm still working on it, so just got some of those shelves put in that I showed you earlier in there, so I haven't had the place to put the potatoes. So as we keep going, I will be continually digging up those potatoes and move them into the root cellar. Hey guys, looks like I'm just about done for the day. It just started raining out of nowhere, so I'm going to wrap this video up. I do appreciate you watching. And for those that have subscribed, I appreciate it. And for those of you who haven't, consider it. Doing a lot of stuff around here, so really do appreciate you subscribing and liking the videos. That does help out. And any questions you have, post them down below. Any comments, I'd be happy to answer anything you guys ask. And any ideas on future content, put it down in the comments. I do appreciate it. So, see you next time.